People that's watching, yo, what up? Choose I-XPLODE. So you guys know what video I am checking out. For those that are watching, let's go ahead and check out MsMojo time, you peeps. Let's get it.
Why are you here?
Get it.
I miss my little brother.
Welcome to MsMojo,
oh
and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 TV siblings.
I don't lose. Neither do I. One of us is about to make history.
Why are you cheering me up?
I met a dude who
music,
made me take
though.
a good look at myself.
You're an accomplished
Jeez.
psychiatrist, a decent man. And you stand second to no one.
For this list, we're looking at the greatest and most entertaining siblings from television. We'll only be including live action shows, so animated siblings like Bart and Lisa Simpson and Katara and Sokka from Avatar are excluded. Which of these sibling pairs is your favourite?
Yo,
Let us
that was
know
my
in the
mess growing
comments
up.
below. Number
Okay,
20,
MsMojo.
Axel, Sue and Brick Heck. The Middle. Airing for 9 seasons
never even heard
on
of that
ABC,
show.
The Middle concerned the lower middle class Heck family of Indiana. The children consist of eldest son Axel, middle daughter Sue, and youngest son Brick. Axel belongs to the Bart Simpson school of eldest children, being very sarcastic, lazy, and somewhat mean to his siblings while still retaining a soft side.
Indiana is home to the world's largest oak tree stump.
Cool.
Lame.
It's the eighth wonder of Muncie.
Lame.
I bet no one
What
at
a
home has a
mood.
postcard from the world's largest stump.
Why do you think that is, Sue? Why?
Like many middle siblings, Sue is often overlooked and ignored by her own family, which flies in direct contrast to her bright and bubbly personality.
Didn't you just say it was for your birthday?
I didn't think I had to. I thought mothers just automatically remember the day their children are born.
And finally, youngest
Wow,
son Brick is a
messed
fiercely
up.
intelligent boy with a knack for reading and repeating words. Their contrasting personalities are hilarious, offering a unique glimpse into contemporary lower middle class life. Number 19, Kara and Alex Danvers, Supergirl. This show offers a
Okay,
unique
I
glimpse
never
into
knew
siblingship,
Supergirl had
given
a
that one of
sister.
them is a superhero.
You've always had the heart of a hero, Cora. Way before you put
Interesting.
on that S.
Kara and Alex Danvers are adoptive sisters, with Alex's human family having adopted Kryptonian Kara. The two make for a fantastic team, with both working at the Department of Extra Normal Operations, a government agency that protects Earth from superhumans. Alex helps her otherworldly
cool.
sister by encouraging her to fight crime and trains her in hand-to-hand combat.
You are relying
Nice,
on your
nice.
strength without technique. When you are facing a superior opponent, you need to use their strength against them.
In turn, Kara supports Alex in her personal relationship with Maggie, a beautiful storyline that has earned Supergirl praise and accolades for its LGBTQ+ representation.
Ah.
I'm proud of you.
These sisters help bring out the best in each other.
Yeah,
Number
I can see
18,
that.
Regina Mills and Zelina, Once Upon a Time. Updating fairy
Heard of the
tales for
show?
the
I've never
21st
seen.
century, Once Upon a Time contains a very unique sibling relationship between half-sisters
Like
Regina
all this
and
fairy tale
Zelina.
mess.
Didn't anyone tell you? Black is my color.
Ladies,
But it looks
get
so
it.
much better on me.
Regina is the evil
Ooh,
queen,
come
and
on.
Zelina the wicked witch of the West, ensuring an
Speaking my
original
language.
sisterly relationship in which both are villains to a degree. It flies in direct contrast to the Danvers sisters of Supergirl, and is all the more interesting for it.
Not
exactly the welcome I was expecting.
Freaking Wizard of Oz.
What does a witch have to do to get your attention?
The two share a very icy relationship, with Zelina being jealous of Regina's upbringing and Regina attempting redemption for the sake of her adoptive son, Henry. Both also share great character arcs, turning from villains to anti-heroes while repairing their personal relationship.
Growth, okay.
Heroes are great, but villains are often more fascinating.
I don't
Come on.
lose.
Villains are just better. Heroes are so freaking
Neither
boring.
do I. One of us is about to make history.
Number 17, Justin, Alex, and Max Russo, Wizards of Waverly Place.
That was my mask
The
growing
show
up,
that
too.
made Selena Gomez a
I
household
like
name.
Wizard of Waverly
Wizards
Place.
of
I was like,
Waverly Place
yo,
concerns
I
the
wish I
magical
was a
Russo
freaking wizard,
siblings, who are
like-
descended from an ancient
Come on.
wizarding family.
Alex,
on,
this
I'm
was
just
all
saying.
in the handout, which you obviously
would've been
didn't
cool.
read. Yeah, why can't you be more like your brother?
Because I don't want to grow old alone.
Old and
They are
alone.
trained by their formerly
Say it,
magical
chick.
father, Jerry, who had given up his powers after marrying a mortal.
I think that's the
Yo, I used
sweetest
to
thing I've ever
relate to
heard in
freaking
my life.
Alex.
give your powers up for a girl?
Yeah, right.
Please.
Like all siblings, the trio doesn't always get along, and they can often be seen making fun of and bothering each other.
Typical
But there
Sims.
is an undeniable undercurrent of love and
Yes.
protection.
Oh,
the most
the
loving
movie.
sibling relationship belongs to Alex and Justin, with Justin being fiercely protective of his younger sister, and Alex bringing out the best in Justin's magical abilities.
You're everything that I've ever wanted to be.
Whatevs.
I'm jealous of how smart you are and how kind.
That
and
was a
how-
pretty sad moment,
Please don't.
I'll have to admit.
I'd never leave you.
Number 16, Erica, Barry, and Adam Goldberg. The Goldbergs.
Goldbergs.
Based on the childhood of creator Adam F. Goldberg, The Goldbergs is a period comedy concerning an everyday American family in the 1980s.
Oh my gosh, that freaking wig
Goldberg's
though.
fictionalized version is played by Sean Jambrone, and he is depicted as a nerdy young boy who enjoys filming his family with a camcorder.
Enough with the camera. It's creepy and intrusive and weird.
Yo,
Just
why
like
did I knew he was getting ready to say that?
Thank you for the feedback.
Thanks
Barry
for the
is
feedback.
egotistical
I
older
knew for a
brother
fact he
who
was gonna
generally
say
lacks
it's
the
just like you.
intelligence and talent to back up his hilarious boasts.
Said you were grounded. Hey, I'm Barry Goldberg, and if anyone can outsmart Mom, it's me.
And then there's Erica, the eldest and most popular child who is going through the typical teenage rebellion.
Soup. He'll have the soup. French onion, a bowl, not a cup. Deal with it.
Are you trying to ruin the entire night?
These are universal personality traits, just as prevalent
Yo, he
and
loves this
entertaining
freaking
today
camera,
as
though.
they were
Jeez.
in the 80s. Number 15,
Oh,
Stefan and
gosh.
Damon Salvatore.
I
The
knew for
Vampire
a fact
Diaries.
they were gonna be
One of the most
higher up.
complicated sibling
Guess I was
relationships
wrong.
on TV, that of Stefan and Damon Salvatore is rife with
Yo.
tension, outright hatred, and
I
deep
tried watching
brotherly
that
love.
show. I
The
got
tension
bored
mainly
real
stems
quick.
from their respective relationships with women, their bond shattered by Catherine, but revived
All this
by
love
Elena.
triangle mess.
Is it working, Stefan? Being around her, being in her world, does it make you feel alive?
She's not. Catherine.
Well, let's hope not. We both know how that ended.
It also doesn't help that the two share vastly different personality traits. Stefan is kind, affectionate, and selfless, whereas Damon is more selfish.
Damon
and
was just a
malicious.
Now
freaking
that the
goth. He was
secret
just such a
society of
freaking
vampire
goth.
haters is off our back, I can go back to my routine of
Just
how can I
that
destroy
dark,
Stefan
moody
back this
wannabe
week?
vampire that
And I
all
can
the
go back
ladies
to
want.
sulking and Elena longing and forehead brooding. This is fun. I like this.
Both go through wild character arcs, veering from heroic to antagonistic to everything in between.
It's a hell of a long story, brother, but I'm back.
But no matter where they
And
are
Stefan
in their
was like
respective lives,
that
the
wannabe
brotherly
Edward
bond between
from
Stefan
Twilight.
and Damon is always fascinating. Number 14, Zoe,
Yes!
Andre Jr., Jack, and Diane Johnson. Blackish.
Come on.
One of the most successful network
Yo, that
sitcoms
little
in
girl.
some time, Blackish follows the upper middle class Johnson
sick.
family and the modern socio-political issues they face. The Johnson family consists of 4 children, all of whom are hilarious in their own way.
Don't hate. VIP coming through.
It's natural to feel jealous.
Hey, we'll let you know how it is. Don't make eye contact with me.
Zoe was
Don't make
spoiled
eye
by
contact with
Brett,
me, yo.
and
That
they're
little
both
girl is
entitled and
savage.
stylish. Junior is
She
the
freaking
eccentric
awesome.
child, often the target of playful ridicule from his family.
I've got a podcast about South Asian geopolitics that will blow your hair back.
Hey, you're losing them fast.
Jack is inherently sweet and not too bright, which often results in
Yo,
him being manipulated by
yes.
his siblings. And his twin Diane is the smart but scary child who seemingly lacks heart and takes pleasure in
Yo,
causing chaos inside
she
the
was my
household,
fave.
which also involves relentlessly insulting her siblings.
We think you're cool.
Yes.
People would kill to have a body of a pool noodle.
Was that
Come
a shot
on.
at you or me?
I don't know.
Both y'all.
Both pretty noodly, so.
This is one
Exactly.
unique family, and their interplay is undeniably entertaining. Number 13, Meredith and
Oh
Lexi
my
Gray.
gosh.
Grey's Anatomy. Lexi Gray was
Yo.
Meredith's half-sister
Meredith
who made her
annoyed
debut in
the
a medical
hell out
drama's
of me.
3rd season.
Are you an idiot or a stalker?
Like,
Okay.
screw off my screen.
That was a mean thing to say. I'm aware of that because I'm
You
generally
think?
not a mean person. But I'm a person who just doesn't want to know you.
Meredith wasn't too friendly with Lexi and
Wouldn't it
hated
nice
her
if
general
Lexi was
enthusiasm at first,
sarcastic?
but she began to take to her half-sister following a tragic day at the hospital.
But ever since I knew you existed, I had this fantasy about my big sister, and you have failed on every occasion to live up to that fantasy. But I still love you.
The two proceeded to share a very close bond, often aiding each other in extreme times of need.
Typical.
For example, Meredith helped Lexi when she began suffering from PTSD, and Lexi helped Meredith through her miscarriage, following some jealousy of April.
As far as the psych ward goes, you were not alone. I sat by your bedside for 36 hours while you slept.
Adorbs.
You're not crazy, Lexi. You're great.
Unfortunately,
shut
Lexi
up,
eventually
Meredith.
passed
Like,
away in a
jeez.
plane crash, ending
Yeah, that
the
was pretty
beautiful
sad.
relationship that once began in antagonism.
Aw,
Number 12,
now you miss her.
Tia Landry and Tamara Campbell, sister. Starring real-life twins
Okay,
Tia and Tamara Mori. Sister is about
MsMojo,
identical
yes.
siblings who find each other after 14 years of separation.
If that's not freaking Twitches.
Mom? That girl has my face!
Tia Landry is a hard-working, rule-following
That girl has
teenager
my
who
face.
earns straight A's. And despite being her physical twin,
Yeah.
Tamara couldn't be any different from her sister.
Tell you what, Tamara, how about I take a break and you can use the computer? You sure you don't mind? Oh no, why should I mind? I mean, this report only counts for half my grade. Okay, as long as it's not important.
She is spontaneous and not interested in
long as it's
school,
not
resulting
important.
in a great dichotomy between the two characters. Of course, the two also share an unbreakable sisterly bond, and this is evident in the series'
Yes.
most touching moments.
If we sleep on our heads at the end of the bed, we can see each other. You know, Tamara?
It's like looking at a
I like
mirror.
the way you think.
I
Their
bet.
opposing personalities drive much of the series' humour and charm, but like most sisters, Tia and Tamara are there for each other at the end of the day. Or episode.
Totally.
Number 11, Malcolm, Reese, Dewey, and Francis.
Yo,
And
shut
Malcolm
up.
in the middle. This beloved sitcom stars Frankie Muniz as Malcolm, a gifted student who feels out of place in his wacky family.
So now, I'm just gonna lie down, enjoy the sun, and wait for them to take me home.
His brothers are Francis, an older boy attending military school, Reese, the resident troublemaker,
Yo,
and
Reese?
Dewey,
Oh my
who
gosh.
is, well, Dewey.
Do you want to play something?
No.
Unlike many sitcoms, there is seemingly very little love between these brothers. It can actually be refreshing. Rather, their relationship mostly boils down to malicious pranks, schemes that often get them into trouble, and sometimes questionable behaviour towards each other.
Now we're...
It's not that they hate each other, they're just young brothers with very different personalities. And
Yes.
later on, little Jamie would be added to the mix. Number 10, The Starks. Game of Thrones.
Game of
The
Thrones. I
Starks
have
were
never
our
seen Game of
entryway into
Thrones.
the
Oh my gosh,
labyrinthian plot
shocking,
of Game
right?
of Thrones, and consequently were typically depicted as the primary protagonists. It also helps that they were arguably the most noble house of them all. Of course, this noble nature was also arguably the downfall of first family patriarch Ned Stark, and then his son Robb.
You have to be smarter than father. You need to be smarter than Rob.
Oh,
I
she's
loved
on
them, I
this?
missed
didn't
them, but they
even
made
know.
stupid mistakes and they both
Wow,
lost
I didn't
their
know she was
heads
in
for
Game
it.
of Thrones.
Like many young siblings, the Starks initially don't get along very well, with sisters Arya
shows I've
and
never
Sansa
seen.
being particularly antagonistic.
Something I would do.
But the Starks suffer significant tragedy throughout the story, including the death of youngest child Rickon, and it's through this tragedy that they find each other's humanity. By the end of the series, there's a beautiful reunion between Arya, Sansa, Bran, and Jon, who turns out to be their cousin, not half-brother. And they team up to reclaim the North and dispose of the conniving Littlefinger. Despite their differences, the Stark children look to continue the family's virtuous name.
I heard people
The
like, oh my
snows
gosh, the
fall
finale
and
is
the
so
white
freaking
winds
whack.
blow.
Like, I hate the
The
finale.
lone wolf dies,
Just like,
but the
listen,
pack smiles.
Number 9, Frasier and Niles
yes, it
Crane.
is, since I've never seen the show.
Frasier and Niles Crane are laugh-a-minute
Frasier.
riots when paired together, as are many brothers.
Jeez, look
Stop
at
it.
them.
We're
Okay.
psychiatrists, not pugilists. Can't believe you fell for that.
Really?
Both Frasier and Niles are snobbish,
They're like the
upper-class
friggin' older
psychiatrists
versions
with a
of
love
Dean
for
and
the
Sam from
hoity-toity.
Supernatural.
Both are incredibly intelligent, yet pretentious people, and much of the humour is derived from the brothers' competitive nature.
So that was you sneezing from behind the stacks all night.
Oh my gosh, why do you talk like that?
Oh, I had to go. I knew you'd be racing through those scientific journals faster than a proton in a particle accelerator.
Oh, stop showing off.
And even though it's fun watching them out-fancy each other, they are also very compassionate, and both have good hearts underneath the near-robotic exteriors. They remain very close throughout the entire series, and often bring out the best in each other, proving one of the most loving brotherly relationships on television.
Probably wouldn't have done so well in school if it hadn't been for my fear that I'd be bested by my brainy little brother.
Well, I was certainly spurred on by your success as well.
Number 8, DJ, Stephanie, and Michelle Tanner.
Oh,
Full House. This classic ABC sitcom concerns widowed sports anchor Danny Tanner raising his 3 young daughters with his best friend and brother-in-law.
And you know what? That means that you two are gonna get to be roommates. Isn't that exciting?
I can wear all DJ's clothes.
Said daughters are DJ,
okay.
the practical
Yes,
big
kid.
sister who can often be seen helping her younger siblings, Stephanie, the athletic and funny middle child full of famous catchphrases, and Michelle, the youngest daughter famously portrayed by the adorable Olsen twins.
Am I in trouble like Snake?
Oh, that's right.
No, but one day you will be, and Stephanie and I will be there to bail you out. So will you help us?
Let me think.
Yes.
All right, I'm in.
The girls bicker and fight like all girls do, with Stephanie often snooping on DJ. Both the show and the girls' relationships were incredibly sappy, but that's exactly what made Full House such a hit with audiences. Sometimes a little sibling sappiness is exactly what we need on television.
Tell you what, Steph, I am gonna help you with this book report. And after that, Michelle, you and I are gonna play Candyland. And I promise to spend more time
Candyland.
with
Oh
both
my
you guys.
gosh.
Give me a hug.
Oh,
Number 7,
cute.
Hillary, Carlton, and Ashley
Yeah.
Banks, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Come
Street
on.
smart Will Smith is sent to live with his upper-class
All
aunt
these
and uncle in
classics.
Bel-Air, resulting in the funniest culture clash on TV.
Looked at my kingdom, I was
Come on, it's catchy.
to sit on my throne as the Prince
Yeah.
of Bel-Air.
While there, Smith meets and bonds with his rich
Freaking
cousins,
stupid.
despite their wildly different upbringings. Hillary is the eldest, a self-centered and spoiled individual who often looks down on Will. Carlton is the smart and preppy conservative with a gift for dancing, but a penchant for arrogance.
People talk. I mean, what if an admissions officer at Princeton found out my sister was going to public school? I mean, my God.
And Ashley is both the youngest and most impressionable. Her close relationship with the carefree Will often clashing with her straight-laced father.
You knew about this, didn't you?
No, Will didn't do anything wrong.
That's right. You tell him, Ashley.
If anything, I should thank Will. He's the whole reason I transferred.
Whoa, whoa. Pull it back, baby. Pull it back.
All have different personalities and beliefs, yet all are brought together by the unbreakable bond of family. Number 6, Randall, Kate, and Kevin Pearson. This
Oh, I've
is
heard of this
Us.
show.
A devastating family drama, This Is Us follows the lives of the Pearson clan.
You're the only good thing in my life, Kev.
I'm not that great, come on.
I know. That's what makes it worse.
Kevin and Kate are twins and the 2 surviving children of triplets. Wanting 3 children, Kevin and Kate's parents adopt a black boy named Randall, who was abandoned by his biological father at a fire station. This Is Us is rather unconventional in its storytelling, blending various timelines to tell a complete picture of the Pearson family story. And unlike many sibling relationships on TV, the bond between the Pearson siblings is messy and often tested.
And normally I would hug
guy
you,
looked familiar.
and I would tell you that you did all the right things. I would try to make it all okay for
Wasn't
you.
he on Supernatural?
If I made things better for you, then
That
where does
vampire
leave
hunter or
me?
whatever.
They also help prove the tenacity of the sibling bond, as Randall, Kate, and Kevin often stand by each other despite their massive differences.
And they said,
That's 3.
Big 3! Big 3!
Number 5, David and Alexis Rose. Schitt's Creek. The pampered David and Alexis
not heard
Rose
of that.
share a very special
Jeez.
and often antagonistic bond throughout Schitt's Creek, not to mention a small bedroom as well.
What, David?
Yo, they have to share a bedroom. Shut up.
First for once.
No, you get murdered
David,
first.
you get murdered first.
Yo, what?
No, you.
Yes, you get murdered first.
Guys,
They
it's
relentlessly
the same
play control
bed.
each other in quick-witted bickerings, and it's clear that sharing a room is straining their relationship.
They
to its
look like
absolute
adults. Like,
limits.
seriously, they have
Their
to share a freaking
personalities
room.
are also wildly different, with Alexis being a more openly loving person, whereas David appears far colder, sarcastic, and more emotionally closed
Yo,
off.
okay,
I
my
never
guy,
thought I'd have
yes.
to say this, but there is only space in this family for one unstable sibling, and I have held that title for a very long time. So you are going to have to get it together. together.
But despite their massive differences, David and Alexis are supportive of each other's personal journeys, and they often push each other in the right directions, even if said pushing is done rather rudely. It's all part of the charm.
Well, you didn't have to worry about me.
Well, I did.
Aw, cute. They really did get close.
Number 4, Haley, Alex, and Luke Dunphy.
Modern Family. Never seen it or
Befitting its
heard.
title, Modern
'Cause
Family
it just
explores
looks so
various
boring.
ideas of what constitutes a modern 21st century family. Included are sibling relationships, both of the loving and uncaring variety. Claire and Mitchell share a close brother-sister bond, even if they have difficulties expressing their love.
Claire, Mitchell still
okay.
resents you for quitting the figure skating team when you were kids. Ladies, come inside with me, please. Work it out.
But the best sibling
Work it
relationship
out.
on the show belongs to the Dunphy children. Haley and Alex are sisters, constantly at each other's throats, with the snarky Alex finding humour in Haley's seeming lack of intelligence.
Is it really that surprising though? No, it's not.
Now, where have I seen that again?
Like,
oh,
typical
right.
siblings, okay?
Every day in the school cafeteria. I do that by
Jeez,
choice.
what?
School's choice. Isn't that your nickname?
But both find solace in each
Jeez.
other's personalities.
Is she like the mean girl?
With Haley discovering maturity through Alex, and Alex discovering the joys of letting loose through Haley.
I'm about to live on a campus full of Alexes. That's bound to get annoying, and when it does, who better to deal with an Alex than you?
And there's the playful but dim-witted Luke, who mostly stays out of his sister's drama and spends time with his
He's like,
equally
I
dim-witted
don't want
father.
no part
Number 3,
in that.
Prue,
Like,
Piper,
get away
and
from me.
Phoebe Halliwell. Charmed. More
Ah,
commonly known
Charmed.
as the
Yes,
Charmed
heard
Ones,
of that
which
show.
sisters, Prue, Piper, and Phoebe, use their collective power of 3 to protect the world from supernatural creatures. Prue is the matronly sister, having raised her younger siblings following the death of their mother and grandmother.
Alright, I'm going to win this
Okay.
fight. Save your ass, that way you can kick it myself later.
She is also the most powerful witch, and her mature personality often clashes with the more rambunctious Phoebe. Phoebe is the youngest and most rebellious sister, gifted with the talent of premonition. And Piper is the middle sister, a passive woman who eventually gains self-confidence through her sisters and dangerous adventures.
What an idiot! Doesn't every demon know by now whose house this is?
She becomes the eldest following Prue's death, after which she and Phoebe discover they also have a half-sister named Paige. The sisters' collective power is strong and respectable, and they work best when putting aside their differences and joining together for the good of humanity. Number 2, Monica and
Yo,
Ross
shut up, they're
Geller,
freaking siblings.
Friends. Despite the title,
See, I've
Friends
never seen the
doesn't
show,
just
so
concern friendship.
I thought they were
It
all
also
friends.
follows the personal lives of siblings Monica and Ross Geller, and the ways in which their brother-sister bond proves loving and supportive.
When the snippy guy sees the routine, he'll want to build us our own platform.
Was it really that good?
Well, we got honorable mention in the brother-sister dance category.
Of course, their relationship isn't perfect. They are both fiercely competitive people, and they
Yeah,
often
what the hell
devolve
are
into
they
petty
doing?
arguments. But it's all for the betterment of the other.
Look like they're kissing. Jeez.
I hope she can kick his ass.
Ross proves adorably overprotective of his younger sister, and Monica is always there to console and upset Ross. It's a wonderfully realistic and hilarious portrayal of the unique brother-sister relationship, and it proves both endlessly entertaining and adorable.
Ross hasn't worked at the museum for a year!
Monica and Chandler are living together!
Just roasting each other out.
Ross married Rachel in Vegas and got divorced! Again!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions.
Yeah, what are
The
they?
Booths, Arrested Development. There is little love here, just hilarious, unhinged lunacy.
No, but I'm not looking for a partner, and believe me, if I was, it would not be you.
Oh. Good. Well, I'll start my own business. How hard can it be?
Jonathan
Yeah,
and
shut up.
Will Byers, Stranger Things.
Ah,
Jonathan
Stranger
looks
Things,
out for his
okay.
younger brother and encourages his interests.
And you shouldn't like things because people tell you you're supposed to. Okay? Especially
Oh my gosh, I know that freaking song.
Be like the Clash. For real?
For real. Definitely.
Harry,
Ew.
Sybil, and
Not it
Edward
though.
Crawley, Downton Abbey. Their aristocratic siblings constantly at each other's throats.
Do you think we might get along a little better in the future?
I doubt it. But since this is the last time we three will all be together in this life, let's love each other now. A sister should.
Brenda and Brandon
Before it's
Walsh,
too late.
Beverly Hills 90210. These twin siblings stick together
okay.
following the culture shock of the West Coast.
Want me to talk to her?
Nah, I gotta clean up my own messes.
Zach and Cody Martin. The
Yeah.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. A pair of twins whose contrasting personalities provides lots of fun.
Just once, would it kill you to behave?
To be notified for occasion.
Number 1, Sam and Dean Winchester.
Yo, I freaking knew it.
In November of 2020,
I freaking knew it. Like, come on now. Like, your thumbnail is obvious.
Seasons and 327 episodes. People
Whoa,
grew up with Sam and Dean
lot.
Winchester, and it's going to be very difficult leaving them behind. Supernatural saw the Winchester brothers traveling the United States and dealing with
I heard there might be a
various,
season
what else,
16. I'm just like, oh my
supernatural
gosh.
entities. They
Yo,
are
come
family
on.
protective and devoted to each other, and they prove helpful in each other's personal and professional lives.
I believe in us.
And they're kind of toxic.
Why don't you believe in us too?
They've made
Oh my
deals
God, his
with demons,
freaking
and
acting,
they have
though.
ventured to hell and back in desperate attempts to keep their bond intact. They are
True.
vulnerable, badass, and above all else, are a ton of fun to watch.
It's a Slash fan. As in Sam slash
Yeah,
Dean.
they're freaking sane.
Together.
Together. Come on.
Like, together? Yeah. They do know we're brothers, right?
Having
Yo,
helped
these
keep the
weirdos
show
don't
afloat
care.
for 15
They
years,
ship
the
anybody.
Winchesters have proven to be the most popular brotherly duo on the small screen in the
Ah,
early
this
21st
scene. Why you gotta show me this
Okay,
scene?
Beverly, it's always you and me. It's always been you and me.
Do you agree with our
Aw,
picks? Check out this
jeez.
other recent clip from MsMojo.
Before I check out The Best TV Buds by MsMojo, people that's still freaking watching, like, you guys should know that Dean and Sam were gonna be number 1. Like, it was so freaking predictable and so freaking obvious, especially judging by the freaking thumbnail. Like, I'm like, yo, they're just telling viewers, like, hey, before you watch this, let me just give you a hint that Dean and Sam might be number 1 on our list. And sure enough, look what happened. Yo, Sam and Dean kind of irritated me sometimes, especially that Sam guy, but for the most part, I liked both of them and I understood why they were number 1. Like, come on. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and check out Best TV Buzz for those that still want to check it out. This chick. Let's get it.
I just picked up my option. Congratulations!
Welcome to Watch Mojo,
Aw.
and today we're counting down our picks for the best male friendships in live-action TV shows that left a lasting impression in pop culture. Be warned of possible spoilers ahead.
I like you, Ted.
Spoilers. I don't care
Ted,
about those spoilers.
I'm gonna teach you how to live.
Number 10, House and Wilson. House. With an ever-changing diagnostic
House.
team, deans
Heard
of
of that.
medicine, love interests, and patients, one relationship stood the test of time in House. That of the title character Gregory House and James Wilson.
Isn't that House's chicken?
Okay.
Disgusting beasts. I don't know why I ever agreed to this bet.
So call it off.
And lose $20?
Highly codependent, their relationship has
Boy,
fallen
please.
into toxicity on occasion.
$20
However,
ain't
their
nothing.
personalities provide the other with what they're lacking, like a yin and a yang of sorts.
To the victor of the spoils. Your bird recover okay?
Physically, yes. Emotionally, it was a long night. Next week, ferrets?
Wilson brings empathy, morals, and healthy expressions of emotions, while House brings excitement, intellectualism, and let's call it realisticness.
You dosed me.
Yes, I did. But only because you didn't trust me. Your best friend.
You could have killed me!
Even when the two have fallen out on occasion, it doesn't last. The final episode, with the two going on a road trip together, leaving everything behind, perfectly encapsulates their relationship. Number 9, Chuck and
Aw,
Morgan.
that's cute.
Chuck.
Okay, Chuck, you're watching more cable television than is healthy for a young man. Please, talk to me. What's going on?
Most friendships, if spy shenanigans were playing a heavy part in a person's life, would struggle to survive. But that was not the case with Chuck and Morgan. Growing up together, their BFF status seemed in doubt when Chuck had to hide his secret life. Yet Morgan did not give up on him and was eventually let into that life, for better or worse.
Yeah.
My best friend
That's a
is a
friend.
spy? This is
unbelievable. It's the best news I've ever heard.
That's a friend right there.
Smokes, it makes perfect sense, too.
Look at that.
Why we stopped hanging out and talking.
Chuck had experienced a lot of people leaving him,
He sounds
even
like
his
such a
own
nerd.
parents. But Morgan was always a constant in his life. Love interests, deception, and near-death experiences were never enough to end this bromance. If anything, those uncertainties only made it stronger.
You're risking your life! No! I'm saving Morgan!
Number 8. Harvey and Mike. Suits.
I'm just trying to ditch the cops, okay? I don't really care if you let me in or not.
Mr. Spector will be right with you.
What started as a respectful yet typical boss-employee relationship with a dabble of deception soon began to blossom into a real friendship. And sharing pop culture references is only the half of it.
I feel like Michael Corleone in that scene where that fat guy teaches him how to shoot that gun.
While Harvey demonstrated the legal world to the unlicensed Mike and how to navigate it, he returned the favor by helping the boss learn humanity, which is a pretty good exchange. Still, the true test of their relationship was helping each other through their hardships.
Are you all right?
No.
When Harvey was in the thick of it with Donna, Mike was there. When Mike was struggling with grief, Harvey was there. If nothing else, you know you have a true BFF when they alone take the hit for a crime you're both responsible for.
Michael James Ross.
Yes?
You're under arrest for conspiracy to commit fraud.
Number 7. Jake and Charles, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Few moments in Brooklyn Nine-Nine are sweeter than Charles's reaction to Jake asking him to be his BM or best man.
Oh my God! Jake!
What do you say, bud? Will you be my BM?
Yes! Yes, a million times yes!
Charles Boyle is quite possibly the biggest hype man on TV after all, so there's no one better for the job. Not only did he talk Peralta up constantly, he also played a vital role in Jake and Amy's relationship, helped him through tough times, and above all, put his differences with Peanut Butter aside so that Jake could make the birth of his kid. It's not a one-way street either.
Then we bust him, and we'll be done with plenty of time before Nikolaj wakes up.
Nikolaj.
Jake supported Charles through his divorce and other breakups, became godfather to his son, and always looked out for him when it counted. They're both completely silly in their own ways, but also have enough room to be sincere when they need to.
You okay?
Yeah. Thanks for having my back.
You don't have to thank me. I've always got your back.
Number 6. Danny and Joey,
Aw,
Full
so
House
cute.
and Fuller House.
Okay, let's settle this like we used to in the old days. Arm wrestling.
From childhood besties to adult besties, it's hardly necessary to prove the bond between these two. Still, Joey's love for Danny can be read in one singular instance alone: Pam's passing. Joey uprooted his life, moved into their home, and helped co-raise the Tanner girls.
And you were there when I needed to have somebody help me take care of my kids. I can never repay you for that. You never need to.
Danny, meanwhile, rebuilt the garage to give Joey a space all his own. The respect, camaraderie, and admiration these two have for one another is always palpable.
Yeah, it's because we make a great team. I guess that's why we've stayed friends for 19 years. 4 months and 3 days.
Due to Joey's close relationship with the family, he becomes an honorary uncle to the kids, securing his bond with the family forever. Number 5. Dean and Castiel, Supernatural.
Cass. Cass.
Beyond the Winchester brothers, there's not a longer-lasting and more impactful friendship than that between Dean and the angel Castiel. So much so that some fans have been clamoring for the duo to take things to the next level with Destiel.
Although we do explore the nature of Destiel in Act 2.
Sorry, what?
Even Dean's weirded out.
While Kaz's feelings were
He's like,
strongly
these
alluded
weirdos
to
shipping
in the
me with
finale,
my
the
friend.
two have,
Nah,
at the
he's
very
like a
least,
brother
stood the
to
test
me.
of time as BFFs. By the time the angel became a mainstay in the show, it didn't take very long at all for Dean's influence to rub off on him.
Also FBI?
Oh, this scene. Yo.
You can only be stuck in purgatory with someone for so long before you create a lifelong bond. Number 4. Sean and Gus, Psych.
Oh, why you always get to sit in the front?
I called shotgun.
No, you did.
Shotgun.
Usually, your childhood best friend is a distant memory when you reach adulthood, but not when it comes to Sean and Gus.
Talking away,
I don't know what I ought to say. I'll say it anyway.
Gosh,
Slowly
dude.
learn that life is okay.
If you believe the former, they were friends from the womb. Even joining Sean as a reluctant crime-solving partner and regularly getting into mortal danger as a result isn't enough to send Gus packing. In fact, if you want an idea of how much Sean cares for Gus, just look at the mountain of nicknames he's given him over the show's history. Nothing says "I love you, bro" quite like a nickname. The duo complements each other so well. Even with their bickering, the love between Gus and Sean is clear to see.
Whoa.
Yeah, I see.
No calls either. Gus, don't be a rabid porcupine. This is just another
Rabid
knockoff of the other
porcupine.
knockoff of the original knockoff of that other show.
Number 3, Troy and Abed, Community.
Troy and Abed's new apartment.
Considering the other characters
Yo, half of these
regularly
shows,
mention the
except for
very close
Supernatural,
friendship
I
between
haven't even
Troy
seen.
and Abed, you know it's a big deal. Sometimes it's like the two only have eyes for each other, and no one else exists in the world.
Conflicts like these will ultimately bring us together as an unlikely family. You have horrible breath right now.
Whether they're hosting housewarmings, doing their Troy and Abed in the morning skits, or expressing their quirky creativity, their admiration for each other can get intense. But it's absolutely heartwarming too. When Troy dipped out of Community partway through season 5, we tragically lost a lot of Abed's character as a result. They completed each other, man.
And 3, 2, 1. Troy and Abed in the morning.
Yeah,
Number
they
2,
so complete
Joey
each
and
other.
Chandler, Friends.
So,
Aww.
which one is
Yeah.
mine? Whichever one you want, man. Whichever one you want. Not that one.
Not all bromances start off intensely. Often, like in real life, it's a slow burn until you find that something special that clicks. For Joey and Chandler, that was Baywatch.
Wow, look at him run.
They do that a lot.
After that magical connection, the rest was history. Chandler offered what all struggling actors need, financial security, by paying both the bills and Joey's acting classes. But on top of that, he often acted as Joey's emotional support and kept him grounded.
You used my toothbrush.
Oh, that was only because I used the red one to unclog the drain.
Mine is the red one.
In return, Joey, as the more socially approachable of the two, helped Chandler come out of his shell, especially in the romance department.
Yo, these laughing tracks.
When the other did wrong, they were quick to showcase their remorse and try to make amends. And that shows incredible strength and love for each other. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Nick and Schmidt, New Girl.
Ooh.
The cookie scene alone was enough to resonate with fans.
Heard of New Girl.
Yeah, I was thinking about you.
What do you mean you were thinking about me?
What do you mean? I don't know. I was thinking about you. Thinking about you a lot, bro.
Friends, hello.
Why?
Kirk and Spock, Star Trek, the original series. The two
Why?
icons of Star Trek should clash, yet they complement each other perfectly.
Mr. Spock, the guard did a very professional job on my back. I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry.
Yes, of course, Captain. You realize that the aim will, of course, be very crude.
I don't care if you hit the broadside of a barn. Just hurry, please.
Howard and Raj, The Big Bang
like,
Theory.
hurry up,
Bordering
like, my
on
back is hurting
unhealthy
because of
at
you.
some points, the love between these two was clear.
Bring it in, spaceman. You've been cleared for landing.
Corey and Sean, Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World. After Sean
course they'll
saved
be on
Corey as
there.
a kid, the two were inseparable.
It's always been you and me. It's you and me now, and it's gonna be you and me forever.
Man, you freaking
Before we
lame.
continue, be sure. Number 1, JD and Turk, Scrubs.
Man,
Within
of
the
course
first
they're gonna be on
episode's
there
opening
too.
minutes,
Yo.
the tone of JD and Turk's everlasting friendship was featured prominently. The
Come
two
on.
Scrubs legends are seen as a prime example of tearing down toxic masculinity and showing it's okay for guys to demonstrate their platonic love for each other openly.
Anyway, I just came to check up on you. See how you're doing.
Ask him to move in again. You know, Turk, the offer still stands if you want to.
Yo, I already took the keys out your bag.
Freaking slick.
I love you.
After all, they've had musical numbers, flashbacks, and speeches to showcase their mutual adoration. JD and Turk made each other better, not just professionally, but also as people.
Well, I think it's okay to be scared.
I need you to tell me that every once in a while, man.
He needs me?
With real life imitating art, Donald Faison and Zach Braff became really good friends off-screen, continuing their excellent chemistry IRL. There isn't a better bromance in TV history. Now that we've done live action, who do you think has the best bromance in animated shows? Let us know in the comments.
You should have told
No
me.
clue.
We did the class by friends. I would have straight up helped you get your son back.
What? Why? You barely know me.
Yo, we played 9 hours of cards together.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe.
Yo, for those who are still freaking watching, let me just say that hell to the freaking yes, I knew that Dean and Sam, along with JD and Turk, will be #1. Like, come on now. Just like, yeah, come on. They had to be #1. And sure enough, I was freaking right. Like, yeah. Plus the thumbnail says it all. And that TV siblings of all freaking time. Like, yeah, you have the nerve to freaking show Dean and Sam on your thumbnail. Like, come on now. Wasn't it freaking obvious? And then sure enough, it happened. I'm just like, yeah, I knew it. Anyways, guys, that was it for this freaking vid. Shows I-XPLODE. You guys know I am out. I will for sure check out more Watch Mojo, MsMojo, and even Mojo Play. So why the freak not? So for those that aren't interested, stay tuned. Anyways, guys, you guys stay lit. Subscribe, don't subscribe. Like this video, don't like this video. Dislike this video. And what else? Comment down below, don't comment down below. Whatever you guys want to freaking do. You guys know I am freaking out. Peace. Until next time.